and welcome to NSO at Home Live, a concert series created by the musicians of the National Symphony Orchestra. My name is Marissa Regni. I'm the Principal Second Violin of the National Symphony. I'll be your host tonight and every Sunday night as we bring live music into your homes and hopefully into your hearts. Tonight we are dedicating this show and our music in the memory and honoring Patricia Sagon. As you can see from the pictures right before I came on, she was a ray of sunshine and she was an extraordinary woman. Patricia was a world traveler, a journalist, a fashionista, and she was a great lover of classical music. She was especially passionate about the National Symphony Orchestra, and we were so blessed to have her amongst us. She was a member of our board for over 25 years. She attended almost every concert we played. When we would tour overseas, she was always there with us. And she was just incredibly generous. She gave a lot of financial gifts to the National Symphony. Most recently, she gave one to help along with the COVID-19 pandemic. We're so grateful for that. And she was not just generous with her checkbook, but she was generous with her time, her ideas, her energy, her enthusiasm, her love for us. Patricia died recently of cancer. She will be missed by so many. So we do want to honor her tonight with the music that we are performing and all the music that we play moving forward. May she always hear it. She was just an amazing woman. And we have some wonderful music for her tonight. We have Concertmaster Nurit Bar-Josef joining us, and she is bringing along a wonderful pianist, Efi Hackmey. They will be playing some duos. Also, we've got another fabulous youth fellowship student. Gabrielle Pho is joining us on the French horn. She's an alumna of the program, so let's find out what she's been up to since she graduated high school. She'll be joining us in a couple of minutes. But we're going to start things off with Nurit and Efi. They're going to be performing 3 movements from a piece by the Russian composer Sergei Prokofiev. This is his piece, 5 Melodies for Violin and Piano. Such a beautiful piece. I love this one. And they have chosen 3 of those melodies to play for us this evening. So let's head over to Nurit and Efi now. Bravo. Oh, so lovely. I love those pieces. They're so charming. Thank you so much for that. We will be back with Nurit and Efi in just a little while for some more fabulous music. First, I want to remind you all that you can follow us on all of our social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we're on Instagram. On Facebook, we are NSO Musicians. On YouTube, you can find us as NSO Musicians. And on Instagram, we are NSO_musicians. Please check us out. We are always posting new content all the time. So you can follow us, you can subscribe to us, and please like us if you would. That would be great. We're going to head over now to our youth fellowship portion of the program. I have been loving this. We've been doing it since the summer. This is a program that the National Symphony has for high school students, and it's very competitive. These kids are just terrific. We've been getting to know them and hearing them since the summer. Basically, these kids study with members of the National Symphony Orchestra. They play chamber music with each other and get that coached with members of the orchestra. They observe our orchestra rehearsals and sometimes get to sit in with us and play alongside us, which we love. And they're just remarkable and inspiring and terrific people. So this week we've got an alumna of the program, Gabrielle Pho. She is a French horn player. She's so fantastic. You're going to love her. And when she was in the program, she studied with James Nichols, who's a horn player in the orchestra. He has actually been on this show many times, and in fact, he was our very first guest on the show, so he is always a delight to have on. Please welcome to the show, James Nichols.
Hey, Marissa.
Hey!
Look, Marissa, I have to say, hearing you at the beginning and hearing Nurit right now, I think in normal times I take for granted that I get to hear you all 5 days a week, every week. And, it's just been so much time that I really get to hear you. So I miss hearing you all play, and it's wonderful to hear you all.
I know. I miss everybody so much, and it's so nice to see you. And thank you again for being our guinea pig and launching this entire show.
Of course, it's been my pleasure.
And now here you are again. So you have been teaching, I know, for quite a while. And so how long were you working with Gabby?
So Gabby started with me in the 6th grade. She actually came to me from one of my colleagues at George Mason University, Dr. Amy Horn. Amy had worked with her for a couple years and said, you really need to hear this person and work with her. And I don't normally work with, 6th graders. It's a pretty young age. They don't normally, come to one of us for lessons at that age. But the moment I heard her play, I knew it was going to be amazing working with her. And she's over, lived my expectations of her. She's been really fantastic to work with for all these years.
Yeah, she is terrific. And it just, so exciting what she's doing, which we'll find out in just a minute. Let's get Gabby on, and she can tell us all that she's been up to since she graduated from high school all those years ago. Not that long ago. Let's bring Gabby onto the show.
Hey, Gabby.
Hey, Gabby.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. So how long have you been out of high school now? Is this what year are you in college?
I am currently in my 3rd year of undergrad.
Right. And tell everyone where you are.
I am at Juilliard.
Juilliard.
Well, remotely.
Yeah. Juilliard School of Music. Not only are you at Juilliard, but you have bestowed upon you one of the great honors. You are a Kovner Fellow, which is that is outstanding. Because you have a full tuition, all the bells and whistles they threw your way. I know it's an amazing honor to get that, and you completely deserve it. It's exciting because one of our other youth fellows that was on several weeks ago, Bethlehem, she is also a Kovner Fellow. So I'm so proud of you guys, going in there and taking Juilliard by storm.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And then you also have another, award that was bestowed upon you. This is the Keston Max Fellowship. Can you tell everyone what that is?
Yeah, so last summer, summer of 2019, I was at Music Academy of the West, and they had an audition for the Keston Max Fellowship. And when I was at Music Academy, I auditioned and won the audition. And as part of that, I get to travel to London and perform with the London Symphony. It was originally supposed to be last April, but fingers crossed that they reschedule.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, what an opportunity. That's so cool. I really hope it happens for you and for them to get to have you. What an honor for them. So, I know you're going to play two pieces tonight by another Russian composer. We just had Prokofiev on. Now we're going to hear from, I always say his name wrong, so I have to look at it, Vitaly Buyanovsky. So can you tell everyone a little bit about the music they're about to hear?
Yeah, so Buyanovsky was a Russian composer, horn player, and teacher. And I'm going to be playing two short pieces by him. The first is called Russian Song, very thematic. And it's a melancholy sort of folk tune like melody. And in stark contrast, the second piece is called España. And it's from a larger piece that Buyanovsky wrote called Four Improvisations from Traveling Impressions. So each movement of the piece is about a different country. And this one happens to be about Spain. So it's full of imagery that builds like this vibrant Spanish scene. It opens with the sound of three competing church bells. You can hear the Spanish castanets and the guitar. And since none of us are doing a lot of traveling the world right now, I hope you'll enjoy joining me on this musical journey.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. I know you have to switch your mic over before you play, so I'm going to let you do that. Thank you so much, Gabby. And we, of course, wish you all the best. Of course, thanks to James for all that he does, working with the orchestra and working with the young people. It's just incredible that we can all work together and do all this stuff. It's just, I miss it. So while she is switching her mic over, though, I want to let you all know that if you are interested or you know anybody who's interested in our youth fellowship program, you can check it out by going to kennedy-center.org/NSO. And then from there, you click on education, and from there, you click on career development. There's all kinds of information so you can find out if this is the right program for you or what you need to do to apply. We are always looking for more talented, vibrant youth to be joining us on this journey. So please check it out. And now we're going to head back to Gabby for Russian Song and España. Bravo! My gosh, thank you so much, Gabby. So fantastic. She has such a bright future ahead of her, I know. And of course, we wish you all the best, Gabby, as you move forward and finish up at Juilliard eventually, and can't wait to see what you go off to do next. I was thinking while she was playing, and it was Traveling, it's from a piece called Traveling Impressions. This is such a great program to dedicate to Patricia Sagon, because she was a world traveler. And so here we have music from España, and we have got Russia, and now we're moving to America. We're going to hear a piece by an American composer. So we're crossing the globe, which is just what Patricia loved to do. So this is just a nice way to pay tribute to her. So we're going to go back to Nurit now. She is going to be performing, as I mentioned, a piece by an American composer. This is a piece by Jessie Montgomery. She is a young composer, music educator, chamber musician. She's one of the new it composers right now. People are doing a lot of her stuff. And she's just so accomplished. She's also a violinist. She trained at the Juilliard School of Music. And then she went to the New York University, NYU, and she studied music for film and multimedia. So she has done a lot. And then she got part of the Sphinx organization. That's a nonprofit that supports African American and Latinx performers. And so she was very involved with that, and she was awarded some grants and some awards by them. And now she is their composer in residence for the Sphinx Virtuosi, which is their touring group. So she's doing some really incredible stuff and writing a lot of great music, as you're about to hear. This is her Rhapsody #1 for solo violin. So let's head back to Nurit now for a little bit of Jessie Montgomery. Fantastic. Loved it. What a great piece. Thank you, Nurit. We will be back with Nurit and Efi in just a minute. But I have two quick announcements for you. First of all, if you've been enjoying tonight's show or all of the shows that we have been doing, there have been a lot. We've been doing this since May. Perhaps you will consider a donation to the National Symphony Orchestra. To do so, you simply go to kennedy-center.org/support NSO. And of course, any money that you choose to give to us is 100% tax deductible. Of course, would mean the world to us. So if you're able and willing to give, that would be great. Also, next week we will be back Sunday night, 7 p.m. for a program that I like to call Cello Palooza. We have 4 cellists, magnificent women joining us. Leading the pack is NSO cellist Rachel Young, and she's joined by Char Prescott, Lourdes de la Peña, and Eleanor Ernan. Now, this is like a little show teaser. I'm not going to tell you how they're all connected to each other and to Rachel and the Youth Fellowship Program and the NSO. But if you want to find out, please join us next Sunday. It is actually quite extraordinary, their whole connection to each other. It's very cool. So please join us next Sunday at 7 for that. They're going to be playing some solos, some duos, and some cello quartets. All right, let's head back now to Nurit and Efi. Oh, hello. I see Efi.
That's Ginger.
Nurit is somewhere.
Here.
Ah, there she is. Well, while Nurit's off camera, I will say hello, Efi. And I know that tonight is a bit of a sampler platter. You played 3 movements from the Prokofiev. You're about to play 1 movement of the Fauré, and this is sort of a hint of what people can expect if they come and hear some of your chamber concerts. I know you're the co-artistic director of the Chiarina Chamber Players, so can you tell everybody about that and how they can find out about you?
Right. So the Chiarina Chamber Players is a concert series which I founded 5 years ago with a dear colleague and friend of mine, cellist Carrie Bean-Stute. We are in Capitol Hill. We usually present concerts in a really beautiful venue, which is St. Mark's Church. It's really stunning there. And nowadays, we still perform there. We do stream the performances obviously because of the pandemic. What you're hearing today is part of a program that we'll be presenting in 3 weeks. It will be on December 13. We will be playing the entire Fauré Sonata that you're going to hear just the first movement right now. We're going to play all 5 movements of the Prokofiev, that we played 3, and another piece by a really fascinating composer, Rina Ismail, a young Indian-American composer with really very original, super interesting music, which I'm sure everyone will enjoy. We have a website, chiarina.org. All of our streamed concerts are free. There's a registration on the website that whoever registers can get an email with all the information, where to view, and so on. So we're happy to continue. It's a crazy time for musicians, as everyone knows.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. And of course, the information is up on your screen, www.chiarina.org. So please, everybody, check them out. And thank you so much, Efi, for being with us this evening and for your beautiful playing. And I'm going to check that out in December. Awesome. All right, let's get Nurit back on here. I know she's off in the shadows somewhere. Ah, there she is. Hello. you so much, Nurit and Efi. That was so fabulous. What a great night of music this has been. What a great tribute to Patricia. Thank you all so much. Thank you to Nurit and Efi and to Gabby for their beautiful music and artistry. Loved it. I want to remind you all that if you wish to donate, you can do so by going to kennedy-center.org/support NSO. Please join us next Sunday at 7 p.m. for a gaggle of cellists. We'll be joined by Rachel, Shar, Lourdes, and Eleanor for an evening of cello solos, duos, and quartets. It's going to be fantastic, and a little teaser, you got to see how they're all connected to the NSO and to the Youth Fellowship Program. It's quite a story. I want to thank, of course, our wonderful producers, Bob Reardon, Jamie Roberts, Dave Murray, for all that they do. And I want to thank Thomas Baker for his beautiful artwork that you see at the top of the show. Thank you also to Sophie Edwards, who sets up everything on my end every week, all the tech stuff, the cameras, the lights, the cables. So appreciated. And before we leave you this evening, I just want to mention two members, a part of our NSO family, our extended family, that are going through a rough time right now, and they are in our thoughts. The first is Mike Brewer. He is a long-time board member and one of our biggest cheerleaders. He just had knee replacement surgery, so we are thinking about him and wishing him a speedy recovery. And also in our thoughts, Elise Blake. She's a violinist. Her sister and brother-in-law are in the orchestra, and her partner, Dave Murray, is, of course, one of our producers and a trombone player. Elise is in the hospital with a very serious case of COVID-19. So she and her sister Mallory, brother-in-law Eric, and Dave, all in our thoughts and prayers right now as they navigate this very difficult and scary time. And we wish them all the best and lots of love from all of us. Thank you all for being with us this evening. We hope to see you next Sunday at 7. Please, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy.